July 1967. Diana Spencer was 6 years old, and something happened that summer that she never talked about. Not to Charles, not to her sons, not to anyone. Whatever happened at age 6 changed her forever, made her who she became, and destroyed who she might have been. This is that story. Park House, Sandringham Estate, Tuesday morning. Diana woke up early. The house felt wrong. Too quiet. Empty in a way she couldn't name. She padded downstairs in her nightgown, bare feet on cold marble. The staff were whispering in the kitchen. They stopped when they saw her. "Where's Mummy?" Mrs. Patterson, the cook, looked uncomfortable. "Your mother has gone away for a bit, dear." "When is she coming back?" The adults exchanged glances. That look, the one children recognize instantly. Something terrible has happened and no one will tell you the truth. "Soon, darling. Soon." But Diana saw it in their eyes. The pity, the awkwardness. She ran upstairs to her mother's bedroom. The door was open. Diana stood in the doorway, and her world ended. The room was empty, not just empty of people, empty of everything. Closet doors hung open, no clothes. Dressing table bare, no perfume bottles, no jewelry, no hairbrush with golden strands still caught in the bristles. Even the photographs were gone. It was like Frances Spencer had been erased. Diana walked in slowly, opened drawers, empty, checked the bathroom. Empty. She stood in the center of the room where her mother used to sit and brush her hair, and that's when 6-year-old Diana understood. Mummy wasn't coming back. She didn't go on a trip. She didn't go to the shops. She didn't go visit Grandma. She left. She chose to leave. She chose to leave Diana behind. Diana climbed onto her mother's empty bed, pulled a pillow to her chest. It still smelled like her mother's perfume, and she cried. Not loud sobbing, quite tears that hurt your chest, the kind of crying that comes from a place too deep for sound. No one explained. Not really. Adults spoke in careful half-truths that made everything worse. Your mother still loves you very much. Sometimes grown-ups need to live separately. You'll see her soon, just not every day. But Diana heard what they didn't say. Your mother chose to leave you. Your mother loves someone else more. Your mother is gone and she's not coming back. Earl Spencer tried to pretend nothing had changed. Your mother has moved to London, but you're staying here with me? Diana wanted to ask why. Why can't I go with Mummy? Why didn't she take me? Why wasn't I enough? But she already knew. Children always know. When you're not chosen, there's a reason. And the reason is you. The custody battle happened in courtrooms Diana never saw. Frances wanted her children. Earl Spencer refused. He had money, title, power. The court sided with him. Mothers who left their husbands for other men didn't get their children in 1967. So Diana stayed in the big house with the cold father and the empty bedroom and a hole inside her chest that would never fill. Every other weekend, Diana was allowed to visit. She would count the days. Tuesday, 5 more days until Mummy. Wednesday, 4 more days. By Friday, she could barely sleep. Saturday morning, she'd pack her little suitcase, her favorite dress, her stuffed rabbit, a drawing she'd made. The car would come. Diana would sit in the back, silent, heart racing. What if this time Mummy says I can stay? What if this time she keeps me? But Sunday evening always came, and every single time the same nightmare repeated. Diana would cling to her mother. Please don't make me go back. Please let me stay. Frances would cry. I wish I could, darling, but the courts say you have to live with Daddy. Why? Because that's just how it is. And Diana would be put in the car, crying, watching her mother get smaller through the rear window until she disappeared, again. Every visit ended the same way. Every time Diana thought this time would be different, every time she was wrong, and every time the lesson carved itself deeper into her heart, you are not enough to make people stay. Then there was Peter Shand Kydd, the reason her mother left. He was always there during visits, kind but firm, present but distant. Diana hated him, not because he was cruel, but because he existed, because her mother chose him over her. One Sunday when Diana was 7, she was clinging to Frances, begging to stay. Peter appeared in the doorway. Frances, the car's here. You're making it harder. Diana watched her mother turn to him, watched Frances lean into Peter for comfort, And Diana understood something devastating. Her mother needed comfort because saying goodbye was hard, but not hard enough to keep her, not hard enough to come back, just hard enough to cry about. "I hate you," Diana screamed. "I hate you both." The car drove away. 2 hours back to Sandringham. Diana cried the entire journey. At home, she went straight to her room, didn't come down for dinner. That night, she made a decision. She would never need anyone again, never show how much it hurt, never beg anyone to stay. If you don't need people, they can't hurt you when they leave. And they always leave. Diana was 7 years old when she learned to build walls. Mother's Day. Diana was 9. She made a card at school, spent hours on it, drew flowers, wrote a poem. "Mummy, I love you more than anything. I wish you lived with us. I miss you every day. Please come home. Love, Diana." She gave it to Frances during the next visit. Frances read it and started crying. "Oh, Diana, darling, I can't come home." "Why not? Your father and I can't live together." "But you could live near us. You could see us every day." Frances glanced at Peter standing in the doorway. The answer was unspoken but clear. "Because I've built a new life. With him. And you're part of the old life." Diana saw it. Understood it. Even at 9 years old. She took the card back, ripped it into pieces. "I don't want you to come home anyway." Her voice was ice. "You can stay with Peter. I don't need you." It was a lie. Diana needed her mother desperately, but she'd learned. Needing people gives them power to hurt you, so she stopped admitting she needed anyone. Stopped showing vulnerability. The wall went up, and it never came down. Not completely, not ever. By age 10, Diana had learned the lesson that would define her entire life. No matter how good you are, people leave. No matter how much you love them, they choose someone else. No matter how hard you try, you are not enough. This belief lived in her bones, shaped every choice she made. It's why she married Charles at 19, desperate to be chosen. It's why she was shattered when he loved Camilla instead. Because of course he did. Everyone leaves. Everyone chooses someone else. It's why she clung to William and Harry with desperate intensity, breaking protocol to be with them constantly, terrified they would feel what she felt. Abandoned, unchosen, not enough. It's why she sought love everywhere, in affairs, in friendships, in charity work, trying to fill the hole that opened at age 6, when her mother's bedroom was empty, when her mother chose Peter over her, when her mother left and never really came back. Diana's teachers saw it. One wrote, "Diana has become withdrawn, desperate to please, terrified of mistakes. She apologizes constantly. It's like she's trying to disappear." Her siblings saw it. Sarah once said, "After Mummy left, Diana changed. She became obsessed with being perfect. Like if she was perfect enough, people would stay." But perfection doesn't make people stay. Nothing does. Diana learned that at 6 and spent 30 years trying to unlearn it. She never did. When Diana married Charles in 1981, Frances came to the wedding. Diana looked beautiful, but when she saw her mother in the crowd, she froze. For a moment, she was 6 years old again, in that empty bedroom, realizing her mother was gone. During the marriage, Diana would call Frances sometimes when things were bad with Charles. "Mummy, he doesn't love me." Frances would try to help, but Diana always ended the same way. "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have bothered you." "Diana, you're not bothering me. I have to go." Still the child who learned not to need too much, not to ask for too much. After William was born, Diana became obsessed with being present. She broke every royal protocol, refused to let nannies raise him. Charles thought she was being ridiculous. "Diana, this is how it's always been done. I don't care. I'm not leaving him." Diana couldn't explain it to Charles, couldn't tell him about the empty bedroom, the missing mother, the wound that never healed. She just knew her children would never feel what she felt, would never wonder if their mother chose them, would never stand in an empty room wondering why they weren't enough. But the wound was too deep, too old, too defining. Diana spent her whole life trying to earn love, trying to be enough, trying to be chosen, and never succeeding. Because the lesson from age 6 was carved too deep. You are not enough. People leave. no matter what you do. Diana died in 1997. She was 36 years old. Francis got the call at 4 a.m., flew to Paris, sat with Diana's body and whispered, "I'm so sorry I left you. I'm sorry you never understood. I'm sorry I couldn't fix what I broke." But Diana couldn't hear. She was gone. Just like Francis had been gone when Diana was 6 years old and woke up to an empty bedroom. The story of Diana's life wasn't about Charles or Camilla or the royal family. It was about a 6-year-old girl who lost her mother and spent 30 years trying to earn love. Trying to be enough. Trying to be chosen. And never succeeding. Because she'd learned the lesson too well, at age 6, when her mother's bedroom was empty, and everything changed. Forever. That's what happened to Diana at age 6. The day that defined her life, the wound that never closed, the moment that made her and broke her, and no one could heal it. Not Charles, not her sons, not the world that loved her, because some wounds go too deep, and some little girls never stop waiting for their mothers to come home. Ain. That's what happened to Diana at age 6. The day that defined her life, the wound that never closed, the moment that made her and broke her forever. But there's more to the story, something that happened during those visits. Something Diana witnessed that made everything worse. The Sunday ritual. Every other weekend, Diana would visit her mother in London, and every Sunday evening the same scene played out. Diana would be getting ready to leave, packing her little suitcase, moving slowly, hoping to delay the inevitable. Francis would help her pack, both of them crying. Then Peter Shand Kydd would appear in the doorway. "The car's here, Francis." His voice was gentle but firm. Diana hated that voice, hated Peter. Not because he was cruel, but because he existed. Because he was the reason her mother left. Because her mother chose him. One Sunday, Diana was 7 years old. She was clinging to her mother. "Please, Mummy, please don't send me back." Francis was crying. "Diana, we've talked about this. I'll be good. I promise, I'll be so good." "You are good, darling. Then why can't I stay? Why do you send me away?" Peter stepped forward, put his hand on Francis's shoulder. "Francis, the car's waiting. You're only making it harder." Diana saw it. The way her mother leaned into Peter, took comfort from him, chose him. Again. "I'm sorry, Diana," Francis whispered. "The courts won't let you live here. Your father has custody." "Then come back," Diana screamed. "Come back to us." "I can't, darling. I can't live with your father anymore." "Why not?" Because I don't love him." And there it was. The truth a 7-year-old heard as Mummy doesn't love Daddy. So Mummy left. But Mummy also left me. So Mummy doesn't love me either. Diana was put in the car, screaming now. "I hate you. I hate you both." Through the window she saw her mother crying, saw Peter holding her mother, comforting her. And Diana understood something devastating. Her mother needed comfort because saying goodbye to Diana was hard, but not hard enough to keep her, not hard enough to come back, just hard enough to cry about. The car drove away. Diana cried the entire journey. 2 hours back to Sandringham, back to the big empty house, back to her cold father, back to being unwanted. At Park House, things got worse. Earl Spencer remarried in 1969 when Diana was 8. Rain, Countess of Dartmouth, a woman the Spencer children called Acid Rain. She was cold, controlling, cruel. She saw Diana and her siblings as obstacles, reminders of Spencer's first marriage. Diana tried so hard to make Rain like her. Perfect behavior, perfect grades, perfect everything. But Rain was never pleased. "You're just like your mother," Rain would say, difficult, emotional, weak. To Diana, this confirmed everything. Being like her mother meant being unlovable, meant being someone people left. So Diana tried to be different, tried to be strong, unemotional, easy. But you can't undo who you are, can't erase the wound of abandonment. Diana's teachers noticed changes. Mrs. Allen, her form teacher, wrote in a report, "Diana was a happy, outgoing child until age 7. Since then, she's become withdrawn, desperate to please, terrified of making mistakes. She cries easily, apologizes constantly. It's like she's trying to disappear, to be so good that no one has a reason to leave her.